Alright guys, I'm the Retro Gamer here, and I'm doing a kind of a video response to a video posted like a year and a half ago, but I watched it. It's by Kefka14, and he did a video on how do you count your games, and I thought that I would talk about that, and I have to find the other game that I had. Okay, here we go. So let's just say, let's start with the games. I'll give you an example. Here's Blades of Steel. This is the regular gray label. But here I have the alternate label, the red. I'll show you the two differences in the cartridges. Here you can see this one has a gray border, this one has a red. Now, do you count them as the same game? Because to the average person, and overall, they are the same exact game, just they have a different label. Personally, I count them as two different games, thus putting both of them in my collection. So, this one and this one are in my collection. I'll give you another example. He talked about this one. You can have a black label PS1 game. This is my factory sealed Road Rash 3D. And you can have a greatest hits game. Now, do you count? Let's just say, for instance, I have a black label Road Rash 3D and a greatest hits Road Rash 3D. We'll pretend like this is Road Rash 3D. Do I count it as the same game, or do I count it as two different games? Personally, he counted them as separate games, where I do not. If I have a greatest hits and a black label, I keep the black label and I get rid of the greatest hits because I really don't see it being the same game. Yeah, I don't see it being two different games. I don't know why I'm weird like that, but I don't count that as separate games. Then he also talked about this one, and I'll give you an example. Here I have my Watermelon N64. But I have a green N64 as well. Are they two different consoles, or are they the same console? Personally, I count them as two different consoles. Because it's kind of like this. It's a variation. So I count it as a separate console, where he did not. Other examples would be like what he said was the big fat PS1 and the mini PS1, which he counts as two systems. As do I. But if a system, to me, looks different in any way, or plays differently in any way, it's a different system. So color variation, model variation, doesn't matter. Like my Genesis, I'm pretty sure I have an HD graphics one, a not HD graphics one, and a Model 2. Those are three separate systems to me because they look different. So I count that as variation. Same with if we're gonna do like Game Boy colors. If I got them all in the different colors, I think they're separate systems. I don't count them as all as one system, because while they might play exactly the same, they don't look the same. So I don't count them as the same system. But yeah, it's really what I wanted to talk about, or I don't know any other real examples that I could give. That's pretty much the big hard hitters. But I just wanted to talk about that real quick. So counting my games the way that I do count them, I have 421 total games in my collection right now, which is ridiculous. I never thought I would have that many. It really doesn't look like it, but it is. But yeah, I have about 421 total games in my collection. I'm working for 500 by the end of the year, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. 80 games in 2 months. It's doable. It's definitely doable, but probably pretty difficult as well. I'm aiming for 500 by the end of the year. I think it's possible. And yeah, I'll have another video probably on Saturday morning or tomorrow afternoon talking about Pokemon Black 2, as we all know that comes out on Sunday. And I did pre-order it, and I plan to pick it up that morning. So you guys should probably see a video from me talking about it, and then I'll show you guys when I get it on Sunday morning. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to talk about that real quick, and I'll see you guys later.